Okay, so I have my sketch, I have it scanned, and I now have it uploaded into my computer, and I opened it in Adobe Illustrator. The first thing I want to do is check my artboard size. So the artboard, if you go to the Tools panel down kind of towards the bottom, is this icon right here. So click on that. And then if you go up to the Tools option panel, it's going to tell you what your artboard size is. So right now mine's 11 inches by 11 inches approximately. And the artboard size is not really that important when you're working in Illustrator because it's a vector object and you can size this as big or small as you want to when you're done, and it doesn't change the quality at all. So we don't have to worry so much about size and resolution when we're working in Illustrator, but I'm happy that I have a square, and I'm just going to make it an 8-inch by 8-inch square, and then that way that makes it kind of a nice size for print, since our standard US paper size is 8.5 by 11. So that would fit nicely on a piece of paper. All right, so now that I have my artboard size, I want to size up my logo inside of it. So my logo is on this piece of paper, and I need to make this a lot bigger in order to fill up that artboard that I'm working with. So again, here's my artboard, and just getting my logo centered in there. Okay, so that's pretty good right there. I'm going to actually lock that layer, and I will name that Sketch. And I really don't want to do any alterations on that layer, which is why I have it locked. So I'm going to go ahead and start a new layer, and I'll call that Logo. And that's where I'm going to build my logo. So for the next few tutorials, I will be building my logo, and I will be pointing out some tools, which may be just a review and a reminder for you. But there may be some tools in here that you've never used before, so it might be new information. So I'm going to speed up through a lot of this, and you can just watch me work as I build this. Everybody's logo will be different. The one thing you have to remember is that your logo needs to be your unique design. It shouldn't be clip art, or it shouldn't be something from somebody else. It needs to be your unique design. Okay, and we also want to stay away from text with our logos. Since mine is a circular shape, I'm going to start with the shape tool, and I'll go to the ellipse, and I'm just going to start with the circle. And right now my color is black, and that's fine. I don't really care what my color is right now because I can easily change it at any time. But just as a reminder, remember when you're working in Illustrator, you have your fill color and your stroke color. And right now my stroke, which is the outline, is turned off. And I'm going to hold Shift to get a perfect circle, and I'm also holding Option to keep it in the center. All right, so I'm going to be using the Pathfinder for this. I already have my Pathfinder window open, and depending on your logo, the Pathfinder might come in handy, and I'll just show you what this is going to do. So with my circle created, I'm actually going to change the color. Let me cancel that. I need to get off of my circle, and then change the color to white, just so I can see what I'm doing, because I'm going to make a smaller circle now on top of the larger circle. This is just going to help me create a yin-yang sign, which is basically the shape of my logo. Okay, and I'm looking at my smart guides, and I'm trying to get this so that is exactly half of the large circle. So I think there's the top right there. And since I started at the center, that should be good right there. And I'm going to now move this over, and I'm holding Shift, and Shift will keep it straight until I get right to the center again. Okay, so I should have half the size of this circle coming up this way, and I'm going to select it and Command C before I continue, because I'm going to need to get that exact size circle back. and then holding Shift to grab both shapes, and then using my Pathfinder, this is the one I think I need. It's minus front. So if I click on that, so it subtracted that smaller circle from the larger one. And then I'm going to use the rectangle tool because I want to cut this in half. So again, I think I'm using that subtract tool. Yes. All right, so you can see my part of my yin yang making shape here, and I'm going to Command V because I did copy that circle. At this point, I'll go ahead and make it black so it matches. And then move that into place. And I do have my smart guides on. This is really helping me right now. Sometimes smart guides will drive you crazy, but other times, like right now, when I really need to get these things lined up, it's helping out a lot. Okay, and so now I have both these objects, and this time I'm going to hit this first little icon to unite these. All right, and at this point, I'm going to choose a color for this. I want to show you guys something. I think I know what's going to happen here. So this is the blue side of my logo. And notice how it turned gray. I'm not really quite sure why that happens, but I do know how to resolve it. So if that happens to you, it just means that your shape is in grayscale. So you need to go over, you need to open the color panel first of all, and then click on this little symbol and go to RGB. And that'll bring your color in. And I think I actually want something more turquoisey like that. Okay, and then I'm going to Command C, Command V, and then I just need to flip this around. If I hold Shift, it should snap. And before I move on, I'm going to make this one green. And move that into place. And I have the beginnings of my logo. That's going to be it for this time. Check your notes because there will be information about the Pathfinder in there and also how to get your shape out of grayscale.